Finally getting around to reviewing this. I literally just finished watching it like half an hour ago, and I didn't feel like waiting like I do with some film reviews, so it is time for a new film review of the latest Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, The Fantastic Four: First Steps. Marvel's first family has finally joined the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and many of us know that the Fantastic Four has had a pretty rocky history when it comes to films, between the two films from the 2000s as well as the 2015 reboot that was much maligned. And even this movie had a bit of a winding road to release, as it was originally going to be directed by John Watts, who handled the MCU Spider-Man trilogy, but he left in 2022 and was replaced by WandaVision director Matt Shakman, and then the movie was further pushed back because of the 2023 Writers Guild strikes. Now, despite my mixed history with the Fantastic Four films in the past, I was pumped for this when it was announced in 2019 because I trusted the MCU a lot more at the time. But even with the subsequent slump the MCU kind of went through, the last film, Thunderbolts, gave me some hope that the canon still had some juice, and the trailers for this were pretty entertaining, so I was excited. I didn't get to catch it in theaters because it came out at a pretty hectic time, but I finally got to check it thanks to Disney+, and this is what I've been waiting for so long, because this movie to me is fantastic. Incredible. Even as someone who doesn't really read comics and is more of like a casual superhero movie fan, this feels like what I always imagined the perfect Fantastic Four movie feeling like in my head. From the style to the tone to the characterization, everything about the movie feels so comic-y in the best possible way. And I love the retro future aesthetic of the movie too. It's very pleasing to the eye and super distinct from a lot of the other MCU movies. I thought the pacing was perfect, the movie was funny and charming, but it also had a lot of heart and emotion that I really appreciated and I thought landed very well. That scene where Reed Richards says it's my job to think the terrible things so the terrible things don't happen was so real to my anxiety in a way I did not expect from a Marvel movie, and I think I need some time to heal from how that scene hurt me. But in all seriousness, I thought the action scenes were awesome. Galactus made me lose my mind, and I thought the characters were really, really charming, and their relationships consistently put a smile on my face. Helps that Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, and Evan Moss-Bachrach nail it as the Fantastic Four. And I appreciate how the movie didn't assume that I knew everything about the Fantastic Four, but also didn't assume that I knew nothing. It struck that perfect balance between being accessible for the casuals, but also faithful for the hardcores. Honestly, this is the most that I've enjoyed an MCU movie in the multiverse saga, and between this and Thunderbolts, I really feel like the MCU is finally starting to find its footing again. And I'm genuinely excited to see where we go when Spider-Man Brand New Day and Avengers Doomsday are ready to go next year. On my rating scale, yeah, the Fantastic Four: First Steps is going to get an excellent from me. The MCU's starting to feel fun again, and I'm really happy to finally have a Fantastic Four movie that I can truly call fantastic. And now that it's on Disney+, I definitely recommend checking this out if you haven't already. Thank you, Marvel.